Hi, I'm Doyle Bishop with Tulsa Heaters Midstream. This is Donuts with Doyle. And on this channel, you can hear everything you wanted to hear about process heating and more. Frequently have topics that aren't just process heating, and today's one of them. Today I want to talk to you about, hey, if you're a young person thinking about engineering, or just a younger version of I think about myself, a younger version of me, what advice would I give myself? So let's talk first about you thinking maybe you want to be an engineer. My advice to young people is in general, is if you're going to get a college education, get one that differentiates you. Either a degree that differentiates you, or grades that differentiate you, or a school that differentiates you. If you get a degree that a million other people get, and you make a 3.0, and you don't go to a distinguishing school, it's really tough. You're in the masses. So I tell people to pick, if you can, pick a specialized degree. Pick something that you have to have the degree to do the job, like nursing or CPA, accounting, or engineering, where you pretty much have to have a degree to do that job. A general degree is fine if you say, hey, I'm gonna go to a really tough school, or I'm gonna make really good grades. You gotta differentiate yourself. Okay, so let's talk about engineering in particular. I was good at math, didn't necessarily like it, but I was good at it. Really like science. So I tell people, if you really like science and you're good at math, you probably make a good engineer. And there are some misconceptions about engineering. One is hey, you just sit around all day and do calculation. It's probably 1% of all engineers sit around all day and do calculation, because you have to have project managers, you have to have technical salespeople, you have to have people managers. And if I'm managing a group of engineers, I probably would help if I have an engineering degree. Or if I'm selling a very technical product, you have to have, or it helps if you have an engineering degree. Now, I will tell you this, when I was in school, the last thing I ever thought is I would be a sales guy, right? I mean, selling, who does? I mean, that's the guy that sells cars. It never dawned on me that, wait, all businesses have salespeople, all businesses have execution or operations people. So even in technical businesses that sell a highly engineered product, hey, you have to have a salesperson to make things happen. So don't just think number crunching. And I think it would, you're gonna have to edit that out. Okay. So how about, what advice would I give myself, a younger me? So my advice that I would give a younger me, I think about in my 20s and my 30s, my advice is I think about myself back then. I think I had a lot of time wishing that things would go faster, wishing that, hey, I wish my baby would be out of diapers, or I wish they could dress themselves, or bathe themselves, or read by themselves. And so now as a grandpa, I think, hey, can things slow down? Can they be in diapers longer? Can they need me to read a book to them to go to bed longer? Things are so fast, and you hear that. I've heard that my whole life is, hey, things, speed up. And it's an absolute fact, they speed up. And I think back to those times where you just thought, hey, can we get to the next level? Take a breath, enjoy where you are. And I think also, let's talk about, your job and compensation. And I remember a younger me thinking, if I could just make 10% more, things would be great. But I would make 10% more, and then it would be, hey, if I could just make 10% more, things would be so easy. And, I'd hit those. And so the advice I would give myself is be happy where you are on the timeline, where you are compensation. This is your life, right? This is where you are. Be happy now. Choose to be happy now. Don't say, I'm going to be happy if I get to there. Be happy now. So if you like this channel, like it, subscribe to it, and you can hear more about heaters and other things.